Hey everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert, and we are back. Thank you so much for joining me earlier. For the holidays, I think it's important that you have a way to relieve stress and to release stress, and it's also important to have a plan of action for when you get into stressful situations. As we all know, we love our families, but sometimes we live far away from them because they simply stress us out, or there's old family dynamics, old trauma drama that comes up no matter how old we are. So, if you're 25 years old, if you're 55 years old, and you go back home, if you haven't worked through the issues, they're still there waiting for you. And that's what happens at the family time, the dynamics, the drama, the triangles, who's related to whom and what's going on. Sometimes people will get into arguments, sometimes they let old triggers come up, and sometimes they do things they shouldn't to cope. So the holiday season is coming up. Thanksgiving is just right around the corner. We have one more terrific Tuesday to be together before that happens. So this evening, earlier, I tried something new, and I did a little mini meditation to give everybody a taste of that. And I didn't repost it because the desired outcome was for everybody to come live and enjoy that. So on my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com, I soon will have up some meditations that will be filmed here live in the studio. They won't be done on a streaming video, so they will capture them on the camera and put them up, and that way there won't be any problems with the sound or the lighting. And we will put those up so that during the holiday season, if you need a moment to get away and breathe deeply and to center and to balance, those will be available to you. So in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about family trauma drama, as I like to call it, and what's going on and how to work with that. So one of the tools that you can do if you have a big family that all gets together and inevitably there's some fighting that goes on or some arguing that goes on, or perhaps some family member X doesn't like family member Y, or even you have mixed families where you have exes and there's their new spouses and daggers shooting across the room at each other, who knows. But one of the things that you can do in that dynamic is to take some time out. So I'm going to ask you that if you're traveling this holiday season, if you're going to be with a bunch of other people that you normally aren't, and perhaps in a spending the night in a hotel kind of situation, I'm going to ask you to find an exit plan so that if you need some time to yourself, if you need some time to take a breath or just walk away, you'll know exactly where to go, especially those of you that are going to be up here in Colorado, or perhaps another area where there might be snow. If you get snowed in, it's a little bit hard to get out and just go for a walk. But that's what I would suggest. Find a room that perhaps you can close the door and have some privacy in for a little bit. Read a book, something to relax yourself, perhaps some music that you've recorded and put on your iPhone or put on your Android, but have something. Usually things that will relax me are music. I have techno music that I like to listen to. I have Beethoven that I like to listen to. And when I'm in a large crowd, because I'm highly sensitive and also empathic, the energy of the room will get overwhelming because there's so many people with so many emotions, so many feelings, that I actually have my exit plan, which is when it gets to that point, for myself, I will stand up and smile and try to slip out the back door, so to speak, and go for a little walk, or perhaps just sit outside. Again, if it's not too cold in your area, or if I need to, I will go sit in my car and turn the music on there for a little bit. And sometimes people think that's odd, and they're like, "What happened to you? And why did you go outside?" And I just smile and tell them I need to get some fresh air. So you can practice that as well. For those of you that have loving and wonderful families, I really hope you enjoy this time of year. Just be careful in traveling. If you are going to travel a long distance, make sure that you do take extra water in the car, and blankets and flashlights and some food, maybe some trail mix, so that if you get stopped along the way somewhere, you will have that additional supply that you need until you can get to someplace different. So Mercury, let's do the energy shift update very quickly. Mercury has been in retrograde since October 31st. Can you believe it? Since Halloween. So what does that mean? It means that the vibrational frequency of Mercury kind of twists things. So things that would normally be flowing, it kind of puts a twist on it. And for me personally, it put a twist on everything that I'm attempting to do in my up-leveling here at toolsofernergyprotection.com. As many of you know, I was having trouble with the camera and the sound on the camera. You're welcome for the exit strategy. The desired outcome here is that it's time for me to be more of service to more of you. And so I used to come on to the platform here and do the energy shift update, for about, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then have readings, healings, clearings, bad. And that's all that I was really offering. So you could either work with me one-on-one or, come to that. And now what I have expanded into is a wider variety of service. A couple of weeks ago, we had mediumship readings, so I'm still offering those for those of you that would like to reconnect with family members. I actually will do a group reading, so if you and brothers and sisters want to talk to your parents, we can arrange that and do that just like this if you don't happen to live in Loveland, Colorado, or we can do it by phone. But it's so much better when we can do live cam. And then also I do readings, healings, and clearings, and those are also being offered, and I can do them on Zoom platform. That's a live platform like this, or do them on the phone, or you can come see me in person in Loveland, Colorado, or Denver at the For Heaven's Sakes Books. So this coming up Thursday and Friday, I will be in Denver at For Heaven's Sakes Bookstore, and that's 303-964-9339, and we can get things cleared, energies cleared for you before the holidays, or if you're having some health issues. So before this sounds like a giant infomercial, which it's not, the desired outcome is to let you know that I'm expanding and I'm having more services available right now. I'm working on meditation so that you could go online and just download that and listen to it if you need to, and breathe deeply. I'm also going to be have some classes that are going to come out after Thanksgiving. In the meantime, I'm looking at doing classes on, or just little classes, little 15, 20 minutes on how to talk to your angels and guides. How do you know that they're near? What are your experiences? That kind of thing. I've also been doing this for about 13 years, and I have a lot of stories of my own which people tell me are quite fascinating. So I'm currently putting those together. And also a book on how to grow closer to God, Spirit, or Source. So there's lots of things, and if you are not already on a social media platform where you follow me, if you go to toolsofernergyprotection.com and click on Contact, you'll find different ways. If you're an email person, I send out emails. If you're a social media person, I send out social media, and that way you'll know what's happening. And I'm going to be expanding this. I'm already on Vimeo on demand, and that's for the energy shift updates to live now, and it's just one price for the entire month, or you can buy them individually if you like. So I don't see any questions. I know there's just a few of you on live, and I appreciate you staying up so late with me. It was kind of weird tonight with the with the meditation. I'm still getting feedback on the camera, so I've decided I'm going to ditch that camera. And if there's any questions, please put them in the feed. But otherwise, Mercury in retrograde is going to bring up triggers. And some of my triggers were being able to make sure that I could record things, upload things, and have them available. And Mercury in retrograde will also cause a lot of setbacks. So, put your hand up if you had a lot of setbacks since December 31st. And it is also causing a great deal of doubting everything. Doubting ourselves, doubting our relationships, doubting our jobs, doubting if we're going to have a future with this, that, or the other thing, and a general feeling of feeling lost, just totally, completely lost. And I had a lot of that at the beginning of October, where I thought, I'm doing this job, I don't feel like I'm connecting to anybody, I don't feel like it's worth it. And a bunch of you reached out to me and said that you were glad that I was still on board doing my job. So thank you so much for that. Thank you, Kelly, for the feedback on that. you know, just doing it on the cell phone, I guess, is going to be how we're going to do our lives for a while. But anyway, getting back to the Mercury in retrograde, we will be out of that tomorrow. So things should go from feeling so well pulled back to actually flowing forward a little bit more and establishing ourselves once again. So on the Tues of Energy Protection.com, there will be a link to the energy shift updates, and on those they're available on demand on Vimeo, so you can buy them one at a time, or you can buy them for a whole month. And I'm going to be talking more about those energy shifts. I've started out doing them. Kelly, you're on here with the live, and I started out doing them, and it was a little bit of a challenge for me to get them up on the platform because I'm so old school. Should have had somebody younger come help me, right? But I did get with a video producer today who helped me to do that. I was so grateful for her to come on board. So if she's watching, thank you so much for helping me today. It made things much better. And oh, Kelly says she loves watching and listening. Thank you so much, Kelly. You were amazing. Thank you. And so with the videographer, or the video producer helping me today to make sure I know how to make the videos and put them in the right places, and Vimeo on demand is going to be my channel for a while, and I'll put up classes, like I said, on how to talk to angels and guides and all kinds of cool Christmas stuff, so you'll be able to connect that way if you wish. So that is it. I thank you so much for joining me again, and big hugs and kisses to everybody. If you're watching the replay, thank you again for coming back. I will be doing some meditations. So with the angel reading, I had an angel gallery, and the people that came to that was fantastic. We just had a giant reading. They didn't have to do anything but get on their computer and put on their fuzzy slippers on Saturday morning, so that was fabulous. I'll be putting on some more medium galleries. It'll be just like live, except for you'll be on the internet. And we'll do those, some of those as well before the holidays. So feel free to reach out to me for a private session, and we'll get together, find out what's happening in your world. There are a lot of energy shifts. There's a lot of body pains being reported to me. There's a lot of mental and emotional shifts. People are at the end of the ropes, and they are ready to make that move forward. And I'm still working on my presentation coming up about how narcissists and empaths are actually related. They're cousins. And we're going to talk to empaths about how to overcome attracting those kind of people so you don't feel so drained all the time. And narcissists, sociopaths, energy vampires, toxic relationships, they all fit in the same category. And we're going to be finding out how, Kelly says angel reading was fun. Thank you. We're going to be finding out how to protect our energy shields from that, because once you know the key of how an empath and a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath is related, how they're cousins, it'll be much easier for you to draw boundaries in your life. So stay tuned for that too. Hope you have a great and wonderful night. Big hugs and kisses as always. And if you know anybody who has these challenges, feel free to share the video. Have a good day.